What is up, guys? FrugalBC here with our latest FrugalBC live stream. That is right. We are talking near. We are talking HBAR. We are talking. I said near. Algorand of. Oops! I had my had my kick stream turned on. We're talking SUI network, all kinds of good stuff today. Even talking a little bit of PayPal. Some weird stuff going on there. Good and bad, I would say, depending on how you look at it. Again, I'm FrugalBC. We come here live every Monday evening. So welcome to the show. Make sure you hit the like button and subscribe if you're not already subscribed. We would love to have you as a subscriber here. So a lot of really interesting news this week. So Near's native wallet is ending. If you're a Near protocol fan, they are winding down the official wallet. We will break down what you need to do and kind of talk about that, as well as Hedera powering MasterCard, at least kind of. They're partnering with a company that does a lot of business on MasterCard, so they will be integrated heavily into that SUI network. So that's a blockchain record. It's the first time we've ever talked about SUI network, but I like seeing what they're doing. So we're gonna dive into that one a little bit. Some kind of a positive story on Algorand Ventures. Why I think that is a better direction for Algorand than the grants program. We're going to kind of explain that a little bit and why I think that's a good idea. So not so good news on Algorand. It looked like Smilecoin might have rugged. Not hearing a lot from the founders, not seeing much going on with Smilecoin. So we're going to dig into that story and a new way to earn on fractal monsters on Algorand. That's right. Another way you can play the game and earn a little frac and a little PEPE. And you always gotta love when you can earn some of that PEPE. It's always great. Also, the big news, that was a late edition. So if you did subscribe to the Substack, and I'll be telling you how to do that in a second. But if you did, you didn't see this one yet because it just came through Monday. But PayPal is introducing its own stable coin. This is a big surprise. Very interesting. I have very mixed feelings about that. So we will talk about that when we get to that. Welcome, everybody. Welcome if you're on Kick. Welcome to the Kick. Hey, if you're viewing on Kick, I see I have a couple of viewers. Leave me an emoji or something. Just let me know you're there. Just a hello. Love to hear from you. And be sure to follow on Kick as well. If you're watching on YouTube, now you don't have to smash the like button. I don't require smashing. Just a little gentle press of the button, and you can like the video, and that helps show it to more people. So that's always appreciated, very much so. Yeah, I think we're gonna have some. Oh, hey, Catlin is here. Welcome, Catlin. Good to see you. Thanks so much for coming in. Big fan of the show, and always love having her here. Let's see, and she's gonna hit the like. I'm sure she hit the like button for us. I know she does. She's just cool like that. Do we have likes? I want to check here really quick. If we have likes, then we're gonna get to the show. I promise. Yeah, we got 4 likes. I like to see that. Let's keep going. Let's see what we got. Also, we're going to look at the charts, of course, as always. If you feel like leaving a super chat, that really helps support the channel. And got a bunch of links down below, including where you can find a hat like this, a FrugalBC official hat, right in the link down below, as well as some products that I personally endorse that I use myself. Lofty is not in there right now. I'm still weighing whether I'm going to re-include it again. I want to see some progress on some of the things that are going wrong with the platform, but so I've taken my Lofty recommendation off, but everything else down below is stuff that I personally endorse, that I use myself. If I don't use it, it doesn't go in there. Bottom line. So, all right. Also, anytime think of a question, anything you want to say, feel free to leave it in the chat. I always respond to chats throughout the live stream. Now, usually what I do is I do a segment, I go through the segment, and then I answer questions. So there might be a little bit of a delay, just so you know. I try not to interrupt the segments because I have to edit those out later when I post clips on the channel. So I like to do it in between. But yeah, leave it, Justin. I get to everybody. I'm going to get to everybody. I'm going to prioritize super chats as always, but Right now, obviously with there's not a huge audience, so I pretty much get to everybody, but it's always appreciated. It helps support the channel and keep things running here at FrugalBC headquarters. Let's see here. You know what? Why don't we just get right to... Oh, one other thing, guys. By the way, really sorry about the sound last week. So what happens is it doesn't always recognize my microphone. It likes to default to the computer microphone, which is obviously not good. So if you ever hear bad audio, don't feel bad just saying, "Hey, audio sounds kind of clunky. Maybe it's not picking up the mic." Always happy to fix that, but I had to end up doing some really interesting engineering to put the clips out this week. All right. Anyway, enough about that. Going to Bitcoin. Bitcoin at 29.1, and we're seeing some red here. Got some good news up ahead, believe it or not, for some coins that you might not expect to be doing well right now. But Bitcoin and Ethereum are not one of them. Ethereum still at 1,800, and XRP just dumping now after that big jump up with the SEC ruling. Otherwise, the general theme is everything's just down a little bit, or in some cases a lot. Look at Litecoin, but then there's some outliers. Shiba Inu, one of those outliers. I still got a little moon bag of Shiba Inu, so it's all to the good. Anything that goes up, that's all profit. Bitcoin cash down. Yeah, everything's down a little bit. New Toncoin, not as much. Some of these are like almost breaking even. Uniswap pretty far down. Just looking for anything else that's interesting. Yeah, so then Hedera is up almost 7%. It's sitting at 5.6 cents, so a little over 5.5 cents, and doing pretty well at number 30 for market cap. It has overtaken ICP, which is pretty impressive. And this is a token that has 32.5 billion released out of, what is it, 50 or 100? I can't remember. It's 50, right? I think I'd remember that by now. I don't know if it's... Yeah, no, look at, because you can see the bar. Yeah, 50 billion. I was right. Just doubted myself there for a second. We talked about ICP. Yeah, otherwise, not a lot of surprise, except optimism. I'm very optimistic right now about optimism. And then near protocol talent fallen to number 40. So kind of following Algorand, which I don't like to see. I like to see them going the other way compared to the other coins, especially since it doesn't look like it's dropped nearly as much this week as the other ones have. Yeah, there's Quant down, Maker down. They're all just kind of down. And then XDC network up 13%. That's wild. And that's just under 7 cents. And then Algorand, at number 46, up 1.4%, which is not a huge jump, but it's compared to what everything else is doing. It's actually doing pretty well, Kitty. Sorry, my cat's bumping the mic. Yeah, so that's good to see, and kind of a nice surprise with all the bad news we're used to seeing from Algorand. It's nice to see something good. Now, why don't we switch over to the ASA charts? Yeah, I like to see that green with the Algorand. That's really nice. You can probably see it behind me as well. Yeah, chips leading the way, still up on the week, whereas pretty much the only one, DFly's down, Opulus is down, Vestige is down, Coop is down. Now, Coop, remember, was at 3-4 cents, and now it's down to 2 cents. Gora sitting at 35 cents. Looks like they're doing some interesting stuff. I don't understand it entirely, but it sounds like they're actually involved in some pretty cool things. So we're going to be looking into that more going forward. Maybe next week we'll have a segment on it. Dharma Network is up. One of the other ones that's up besides chips. Otherwise, Votecoin's down, Akita Inu, even Kamada. Even Kamada is down, so I'm a little afraid to look at my Kamada experiment going into later in the week. That should be interesting. Usually they're pretty well behaved. Today they're being a little past. As far as trending, let's see what we got here. Yeah. Another one called Bender. I never heard of that. Oh, Shosha is up 13%, almost 14%. And Shosha that's clearly the coin based on the there's a video game. It's like a first-person shooter that's called Shosha. And that was way back. I learned about that one from Crypto Hour. And he's not been active for like well over a year. So that was a long time ago. I miss that guy a lot. Good rapper, great rapper, excellent YouTuber. And yeah, kind of wish he was still around. He was a good guy. Otherwise, yeah, loot box. So is there a loot box that's based on Algorand? Because that could be really interesting. Otherwise, yeah, Coop is still popular. Bank is still popular and actually up considering AlgoFi dropped. But that might be because AlgoFi is going to be open source now. I don't know if you knew that. In fact, that's probably something I should have included. And then we can go over to Chain Trail. Let me grab a drink here. So Chain Trail is keeping track of dApps on the blockchain. Really interesting reports. In terms of the leaderboard, in real-time leaderboard and usage, TravelX leading the way, followed by Zone, then Fractal Monsters, then Planet Watch, then NF Domains. We're big fans of pretty much all of them for the most part. I wouldn't say, well, it depends what it is. Big fan of NFT domains anyway. Applied Blockchain, Arbitrage Bot, Tiny Man Folks, AlgoFi Oracle. So very strange because HBAR used to be way higher and that is way down. I don't know if that's just, it might be time. Let me go back to, let's just go to the leaderboard. Okay, here's the leaderboard this week. This is probably a little more accurate. Yeah, so actually Planet Watch for the week is up. That was like a real-time thing. This is this is more measured over the week, kind of an average, I believe. Yeah, Planet Watch leading the way, followed by Zone, gaming platform. Probably a lot of you know this, but maybe I should explain them all. Like Planet Watch is, you can buy these sensors that help provide environmental data to, where they go, to someone, whoever needs it, I guess. And you can actually get paid in Planet tokens for providing this service. You do have to buy the sensor, so it's a little bit expensive to get started in. Still something I'd like to do some kind of experiment on at some point. The Zone, of course, is a mini game platform. Lots of fun games on there, but it tends, if you do it on your phone, it really just kills it. It kills your battery. My phone just goes piping hot. Fractal Monsters, we got a segment coming up on Fractal Monsters, a short one that you can earn PEPE on it. I'll show you how when we get to that segment, so stay tuned. TravelX, now they are doing the NFT tickets for airlines. They're working with at least one airline. I think there's rumors to be a couple more in the pipeline. Printing all these tickets on NFTs, people can exchange them, so you're not stuck with your airline. Very cool. Applied Blockchain, I am not sure what that is. That's an oracle of some kind. And then NF Domains, that's where you can get the .algo address that links to your wallet, so people can just use a really simple address instead of all those crazy numbers and letters. And then HBAR, we've talked about them before. It's a Middle Eastern, kind of like a PayPal that's built on the Algorand blockchain. Very cool. And then the AlgoFi Oracle, the Folks Feed Oracle, and then the Algo Faucet, rounding up the top 10. So that's our charts for the week. I really like doing that chain trail. Pat Harder, he says, sup FBC. What's going on, Pat? Good to have you on the show. Thanks so much for joining us. A lot of great news we got coming, let me tell you. So if you guys like news in crypto, be sure to hit the like button. That's going to show it to more people. We got a lot of good news to show people this week, so I'm really excited. And remember, like I always said, you don't have to smash it. You just press it gently. Appreciate that. And as always, like Pat did, be sure to leave a comment. Also, make sure to subscribe to the FrugalBC.substack.com. That is our official FrugalBC newsletter. Once a week, I give you the breakdown of the news, so you can get it early before everyone else does, and it's 100% free. So that's FrugalBC.substack.com. Check that out. And with that, we are going to go to our first news segment. So a lot of you guys have heard me talk about Near protocol on the channel. It's a lot like Algorand, but a little bit different. There's some stuff that I really like the way they do it, including I really liked how their wallet was set up. Well, just like Algorand got rid of its official wallet and it became Para, Near is kind of doing the same thing. They're getting rid of their official wallet, and they're actually, so you have to take your stuff. If you got stuff on that wallet, you got to take it off. Let's go into the details here a little bit. Pat says he likes the Substack newsletter. I appreciate that, man. I hope more people embrace it. Share on all your socials. Feel free. And I appreciate you subscribing, man. Okay, well, there's a NearCon 23. Well, that's interesting. Should look at that. Okay, so when Near Mainnet launched in late 2020, it included a wallet built and hosted by Pagoda's then known as Near Inc. core team, which is wallet.near.org. And that is what I was using. It's a great wallet. And they had a really interesting setup. They had like, you get the wallet, but then all the cool dApps and stuff were all kind of on one page that you could find them. It looks like they've gone away from that. And it was just kind of a bummer, actually. I kind of like that. I know it's not decentralized, but I don't think, to me, decentralization is a spectrum. And I don't think 100% decentralized is necessarily the best. I think there's some sweet spot in there, but that's just me. Anyway, so nearly 3 years later, the Near wallet ecosystem is home to a myriad of high-quality open source wallets supported by Near's community of active contributors. This significant milestone reflects Near's ongoing commitment to empower users and foster decentralization. Basically, that's the easy way of saying that is there's a whole bunch of other wallets now, so Near doesn't have to provide the wallet and isn't going to because decentralization, yada, yada. So over the next few months, they will start migrating the domain wallet.near from being a browser wallet to being a wallet hub. In this way, wallet.near.org will become the reference place for all Near wallets. So keep an eye on that. I will be keeping an eye on that. If you currently use Near, you have nothing to worry about. The Pagoda team has been working hard to build a wallet transfer wizard to help you transfer your accounts to a new wallet easily and smoothly while keeping your funds and assets safe. Well, I didn't do this, by the way, but there is an option. I did see it on there. I just rather take it off. So the transfer wizard will allow you to choose between browser and extension-based wallets, so you will have the same friendly wallet experience you are accustomed to after the wizard is finished. Now, here's the thing. Here's why I didn't do that, because I haven't had time to research all the wallets. And as we know from Algorand, the wallet that you choose is really, really important. A lot of people lost money on the My Algo wallet, and it's really unfortunate. So I want to do more research before I pick a wallet. So I didn't choose a wallet. I was not yet. So all I did is I sent it back to my Coinbase. Basically, it's just going to sit there until I know what to do with it. So yeah, I'm not staking and I'm not earning any staking right now, but that's okay because I would rather take my time and get the right wallet. So on this channel, you will be seeing that soon, where I will have a new wallet, and I'll do a video. I'll probably do a segment on the live here where we go set it up. We'll just set it up live. I'll do it right on the live stream, just like I did for with Saucer Swap, where I set it up live. So that's fun. I think I don't know how I feel about that. They're all going to do it this way, so I get it. Like, this is just kind of what they do, but is it the best thing? I'm not so sure. But we will be looking into those wallets, find the best Near wallet. If you have a recommendation, feel free to leave it in the comments, either on the live chat or if you're watching the replay, leave it on there too, because I'll be looking for recommendations on the Near wallet in addition to doing my own research. But that's what's going on with Near. So you can either use the wizard, or you can wait for my recommendation, or do some own research on your own. But that's what's going on there. All right. I wonder if I really have viewers on Kick. It always says I have 2. Like the way the channel is going. What are likes up to? I should just keep it up, really. We got a whole lot. Stick around, folks. We got a whole lot more news coming your way. We're up to 6. Let's see if we can get those likes up to 10. I think that'd be really cool. Let's get it up to 10. We got 6 right now, so everyone gently press your like button. Let's get that up to 10. Otherwise, we're just going to go on to the next news segment here. And so this is big news for Hedera. Hedera essentially is going to be powering MasterCard. Now, I'm being a little hyperbolic. They're actually working with Fresh Supply Company and providing a plug-and-play blockchain API that will integrate with Hedera that MasterCard will be using, but essentially Hedera will be kind of the backbone of MasterCard. Let's look deeper into this story because I think this is a big deal. Oops. 1 second here. Take just a second here. All right, so this is straight from the HBAR Foundation itself. We're excited to announce that Fresh Supply Company has integrated Hedera into its Continuity API. This connects Hedera to banks, the MasterCard network, and soon the MasterCard Payment Gateway Services and other forthcoming MasterCard Web3 and digital asset products. Now, guys, I told you that there is something about HBAR that traditional companies like that they don't like about the other cryptocurrencies. I still don't exactly know what it is, but we know that we know that Hedera does things just a little bit differently. And they operate on a consensus protocol versus a blockchain. Not exactly the same thing. So when you see those number of transactions, a lot of those transactions aren't like dollar transactions. They're like consensus. Still very important. And I think that might be the key for why these Web3, or not Web3, but non-Web3 companies really, really like Hedera. So HBAR goes on to explain, as the largest user of the MasterCard Provenance private blockchain before it was discontinued. Did you guys know that MasterCard basically had its own private blockchain? I didn't know that, but I think it's pretty cool. FSCO took on the role of making sure that users could, that's the fast, whatever he said, company, took on the role of making sure that users could easily migrate to a scalable network after it closed down. Through this plug-and-play API, the largest users of MasterCard Provenance alongside FSCO are already in the Continuity Sandbox, paving the way for these companies to also migrate to Hedera. Alongside legacy MP users, the Continuity API enables any use case in the world that requires event-based payment automation, particularly across the supply chain. This payment trigger functionality is a core component of FSCO's product offering on Hedera, the tokenization and financialization of real-world assets and events throughout the agricultural supply chain. As these tokenized items move from location to location, payments must be released only when pre-approved conditions are met. Here, payment triggers combined with the IoT, Internet of Things devices automate this process, greatly improving efficiency. Processing $700 million worth of assets in the past year, FSCO alone is targeting $3 billion over the next 12 months as it moves to accelerate payments across Australia's agribusiness and food manufacturing sectors. As FSCO scales, they will leverage all major Hedera services, the Hedera Consensus Service, Hedera Token Service, Smart Contract Service. Hedera Guardian integration is also on the roadmap. So they have a little thing where they talk about more. FSCO is the biggest user of MasterCard provenance, has migrated to the public Hedera network, processing about $700 million worth of assets in the past year. So MasterCard had its own private blockchain. Basically, what this is saying is MasterCard had its own private blockchain. They switched over to the Hedera network now because they closed down their own blockchain, and now they are using the Hedera network. And hopefully, this could be powering as much as 2 billion if they hit their targets. Right now, it's at 700 million. They could be targeting 2 billion in assets worth of transactions that are going to happen on the Hedera network. So that is really amazing stuff. I think that's super bullish for Hedera. I keep seeing stories like this. This is the stuff that makes me happy. The real world use cases. I mean, we see a lot of those on Algorand too. I don't think they get nearly the hype they deserve. Hedera seems to get pushed more when they do this kind of stuff, but they're also like, that's a big deal. That's a really big deal. So good for Hedera. I don't know what else bad to say. I think you're going to see more stuff like this. I really think Hedera is going to be leading the way. I hate to say it, guys. I really think Hedera is going to be leading the way on this stuff. Pat Hardery says, when are we getting that interview with Algorand Foundation CMO? I really want to know what the future holds. Yeah. That would be an interesting one, wouldn't it? I haven't had like a lot of time to schedule interviews. It's been a pretty busy time of year, so maybe September I'll start looking at that. Still at 6 likes. I really like to get to 10 likes. So if you guys want to hit the like button, I would appreciate that. It shows it to more people. I think we got a lot of good stuff to talk about today. So yeah, I want to know what she's been doing, because like I want to know what the strategy is, because right now I just feel like we haven't seen a lot, and that's kind of frustrating, to be honest. I mean, if you're going to have a marketing person, that marketing person ought to be doing some stuff, right? Like we should be able to have stuff to point to and say, hey, here's what this person has done. I mean, that's just what I think. But okay, so our next one, you may or may not have heard of SUI network, but it has just set a blockchain record. The SUI network has shattered the record for the most transactions on a blockchain in a single day ever, and actually in 2 hours. It's 65.8 million transactions recorded in a single day. That is wild. Let's take a look deeper at this story. Oop, wrong one. Still wrong one. I keep forgetting I actually have to open stuff up. Opening up X or Twitter, whatever you call it now. This is from Artemis. The SUI network just shattered a groundbreaking record in blockchain history. Most transactions recorded in a blockchain ever. I think they mean in a certain amount of time, but let's just look at this chart really quick. Look at SUI. So SUI was like doing next to nothing, and then all of a sudden 65 billion. That's crazy. That green number, by the way, that's Solana daily transactions. And that's way higher than all the other ones. We got Polygon on there. You can see Polygon, they're kind of at the top of that bottom layer there. Avalanche is in there, kind of trading places with Polygon. Aptos way at the bottom. I wonder where Algorand would be. I don't know what they're doing for daily transactions. Well, anyway, Artemis has a few more things to tell us, so let's see what they say. To be clear, Artemis counts transaction blocks for SUI network instead of transactions when comparing with Ethereum and other chains. So he has a methodology detailed to flag. So Artemis decided to count SUI transaction blocks instead of transactions when comparing activity with Ethereum and other chains. This decision was based on the fact that SUI has a different architecture than the EVM. So it makes more sense. This remarkable achievement has led to a staggering 65.8 million transactions being recorded in just one day. From a technical standpoint, this is a great feat for any blockchain to accomplish. What's behind the surge? Short answer, a Web3 game developed by Ethos Wallet XYZ. What that is, they say what the name is later on. I was trying to look for it here. For the past 30 days, it's recorded an impressive 660,500,152 transactions. So that's almost a billion in 30 days. SUI 8192 saw a surge in activity as a result of Bullshark Quests. So that's the game. It's called Bullshark Quests by Miston Labs and their partnership with the SUI Foundation. This allowed players to earn rewards in exchange for interacting with various applications and completing quests. So I don't know. That's something we have to check into. Maybe it's fun. I don't know. So you can earn actual SUI. So you actually earn SUI, not like some token that's on SUI. I don't know if they even have that. I don't know anything about SUI Network. It's the first time I've ever covered SUI on the channel, but you gotta stand up and pay attention when you see something like that, because that's pretty tremendous. I gotta say. That was July. The first quest. It looks like the first quest went up July 6th. Whatever it is you actually have to do. But also it says bull shark holders. So I don't know what a is that a is that a is that an NFT on SUI? I'm not sure. The recent activity highlights the ongoing difference of gaming in driving widespread crypto adoption while also showcasing the power of blockchain technology. And that's totally true. You saw what we looked at when we looked at the top dApps on Algorand. There was it three of the top five were games, at least two were top five. Should we look at this a little deeper? I just want to see what this is all about. Bullshark holders can compete for rewards based on their engagement with these apps. Polymedia App's Journey to Mount Sogol, Mini Miners Game, Day SUI Labs Coin Flip, and Etho Wallet's SUI 8192. Okay, so that's where that SUI 8192 came in. In order to participate in the first Bullshark quest, you must be the owner of a Bullshark prior to 12 p.m. PDT, so that's like Pacific time, right? Today. In order to be eligible for rewards, you must continue to own one or more bullsharks throughout the quest period. Don't own the bullshark now. Don't worry, there'll be more quests. Secure your spot in the bullshark quest. Head to Blue Move AO or Hyper SUI Face SUI to buy your bullshark. Interesting. I'm guessing this is an NFT. If I ever mentioned that my biggest frustration, yeah, okay, so the NFT hyperspace is one of the NFT markets. It's the number one NFT market, according to them, on SUI. So, interesting. I wonder how much they cost. Should we look? By the way, I really hate when their main thing is, okay, I get it, the Discord, but whatever. Yeah, let's see what we can get a bull shark for. Floor price, it looks like it's 14 SUI. Is that right? Is that the symbol for SUI? I know nothing. I literally know nothing about SUI. This is my very first. Is this what they look like? All right, so they're not super expensive, I think. How much is a SUI? Let me see here. Possible I'm pronouncing SUI Network. Yeah. Dude, I'm gonna get roasted. If I'm pronouncing it wrong, I'm gonna get roasted, but that's fine. Yeah, so 58 cents. So yeah, they're pretty affordable actually. I mean, that's definitely affordable. You know, that's something you could play around with. All right, I'm gonna get. I mean, these aren't like the coolest looking critters, but I don't know. They're kind of cute, I guess. But you know, 14, so that's about $7, $8. I mean, I like that. I like when you can just get into stuff and you don't have to spend a ton of money before you try it out. So bull sharks are pretty inexpensive. So if you want to buy a bull shark, you can do that and play the game. But anyway, very cool to see that. Yeah, we might have to look into SUI or SUI or however it's pronounced a little bit more, and especially learn how to pronounce it so I don't get roasted in the comments. Not Pat, I wasn't saying you were roasting me, but I know other people will roast me if I clip this, which I'm going to do. So forgive me, fans of the SUI network. If you're a big fan of this, I'm just getting into it, so I will have to learn how to pronounce it. But yeah, I think that's good news. I like that. Alrighty. Pat says Algorand is about 500,000 daily transactions. That sounds about right. What do you think? Is it SUI or SUI? Oh, Algo Explorer says 200,000 daily transactions. Yeah, probably about. What was the one I always went to? There was I think the foundation had its own portal where you could see all that stuff in real time, but that's not necessarily like the daily. Anyway, what are we sitting at here? 7 likes. So I appreciate everyone watching so far. If you just joined us, if you wouldn't mind hitting that like button to help show this to more people, get the word around about Algorand, about SUI or SUI. I really got to learn how to pronounce that. Near HBAR. We got a lot of great news today. I found that if more people hit the like button, more people are actually able to see it in their feed, and then they come join. So all those are always appreciated. Appreciate everyone who has hit the like button and subscribed and everything so far, by the way. Really appreciate that. We're on our way to 3,000 subscribers. That's our next goal, and thanks to so many of you guys have helped get us there. And I know a bunch of other people are going to help us get us there too. So thanks so much. Let's see what next. Oh, a lot of you know that Algorand switched from its grants program to Algorand Ventures, and that might sound like just a silly name change, but there's a really big thing that a reason why this is different, why this is important. I actually think this is a really bullish scenario for Algorand. Let me show you why. I'm going to show you why I think that is. This is from Kimchi Block. And I agree with this 100%, and I think he's got a great take here. Kimchi Block is one of my favorites. He's always got something good. He says the Algo Foundation launching Algorand Ventures is bullish. They eliminated the grant program, which turned out to be a huge fail, and we'll get into that in a minute. In many cases, I think it was, it was money without a lot of accountability, I think. But I say now they're positioning themselves as direct investors, much akin to VCs, to upcoming projects. That's a great idea. As he puts it, the stakes are high because the Algorand Foundation will need to make returns on their investment, which means more quality projects will be selected and funded. This is good. I like this because this isn't just, hey, here's a bunch of money, go do something maybe. This is like, yeah, we're going to invest in you, but you also you need to our money is involved in this, and we do want to get back in some ways. And I think this could possibly function almost like a revolving loan fund, where it's like you put some money into it, and then it's successful, and then some money comes back out, and that money can go to fund a future project. Whereas if it's a grant, it's just here's the money, and it's gone. You never see it again. And we're going to look at those grants, by the way, in just a second. As he says, they are aiming to accelerate at least 50 projects a year or more, and that's amazing. It's exciting, and I can't wait to see what new products and protocols come to Algorand. I think that's great. Pre-seed projects via accelerator programs. AV is doubling down on accelerators by beefing up the regional coverage, mentorship networks, VC connections, technical curriculum, and more. Algorand will have best-in-class support for builders coming to the ecosystem on day one. And don't forget about AlgoKit. That is huge. That's a huge part of this. It all integrates together. I think that's a great news. Stay tuned for details on specific programs, but the goal is to accelerate at least 50 projects per year, if not more. Very good news. As Venture.algo says, we're coming we're going to come sailing out of the bear with actual momentum on our side. New project announcements and dApps hitting mainnet. It'll be glorious like back in the old days. I don't know about the old days. Did Algorand have old days? I guess it did. So I think that's great news. I really like that Algorand is putting more skin in the game and more involvement, because that means there's going to be more accountability, I hope. And I hope that means that they're going to be more involved in helping out these projects, getting them running, getting them going. And I'm a big fan of this. Now, why do I think this is so much better, and why do I think their old one was kind of an S show, to be polite to the YouTube algorithms? Well, we're going to take a look at the ecosystem funding report and see just how much they were getting, some of these projects were getting, because it's kind of ridiculous. I'm trying to remember what page that was on. We're not going to go through the whole report. Okay, so here's the appendix that shows exactly how much. And first off, I got to say I appreciate that they put this out there. They showed what everyone was actually getting. This is very very bullish. It's very, very transparent. That's the word I was looking for. Now, I don't know what all these are. Okay, Reach Platform. I actually don't know what Reach Platform is. So that's probably behind a company that I don't recognize. Rand Labs, I do. So Rand has Rand Gallery, which is one of the bigger bigger NFT galleries in the space. $4.1 million. So that's a lot of money. Now, that sounds like a lot, but if you have devs that you're paying full time, that can burn. You can burn through that really quickly. You think if everyone's getting $100,000-$200,000 a year. I don't know what Algorand devs are actually being paid, or how that. I assume like they need pretty smart people and pretty talented engineers to make this stuff happen. Blockchain Technologies, AlgoFi, which just folded, they got a $3.9 million grant. Now, I assume that they're getting, most of these are actually bringing in revenue, I would think. Followed by Exchange A and Exchange B. Now, I don't know what that is. GJ Protocol, Alloy, don't know much about that. Pure Stake, but these are all in the millions. There's about 15 of them that got at least $1 million. Exchange C, so maybe these are like on the down low. Yeah, PackFi got like 1.3. Tiny Man got like almost 1.5. Algo Foundry 1.5. HumbleFi is almost 2 million. Folks got a 2.1, almost 2.2 million. Who got the least? A bunch of people like Glitter got 250,000. Teller got 250. Gesick. I don't know a lot of these on here, but Ledger? Did they give money to Ledger? That's interesting. Did Ledger need money? They saw a lot of those. I do have a link for Ledger down below. Oh, they get less. No, I want to see who got the least. Like, did anyone get $5? I think it really low. There's some people got like 20,000. Not the like, yeah, no. Galactic Astros got $200. I don't know what Galactic Astros is. We should look that up. I'm gonna look it up. Just give me a second here. Okay, all I see, I'll show you what I'm seeing. All I see is like some kind of weird thing that child's toy that you can buy, but maybe if we add Algorand to it. Oh, apparently it was an NFT. So they are known for earning the least, getting the smallest, these smallest. Oh, those are kind of cute. I like it. What do they cost? Let's see, what's their floor here? Oh, average sale about 19 algo. Someone bought one for 80 cents. Well, that's affordable, and they're kind of cool. I like that. Okay, good. Galactic Astros. They got $200 to start up their thing. So we can see like there's some in there that just like really didn't do well at all. Super wild, right? Crazy. Yeah. So I think that's really interesting. I think this is why I think ventures is a better bet. I think they're just going to make smarter decisions because they have more investment, and I think they're going to be a little more careful. Oh, a little correction. Flemish Giant says Rand Labs isn't Rand Gallery. Oh yeah, they're ones that made my algo wallet. My bad. Big correction there. Yeah, thanks Flemish Giants for pointing that out, and welcome to the channel. Good to see you here, by the way. But yes, yeah, Flemish Rand Labs is actually the my algo, but that's right, not Rand Gallery. That's a separate thing. I didn't even look at. Were they on there? See, they might have a different holding company. Oh, it's hard to look up. Yeah, that was my bad. That is not Rand Inc. was actually the my algo. My bad. Okay. Anyway, that's my thing on there. And Fracus, welcome to the channel. So Fractal on there for 100K. You guys are doing awesome for getting 100K. That's very cool. And they're like one of the top projects right now, the Fractal Monsters, so that's really awesome. They do have a segment coming up on Fractal Monsters toward the end. You guys got to wait till the end, I'm afraid. Not well, actually, one more about Smilecoin. Uh-oh. And then we're going to talk Fractal Monsters, and then we're going to talk PayPal, and then I'm probably going to go away. Let me get a little more water because I'm like dying here. A good audience. By the way, guys, if you want to see Algorand go up, if you want to see HBAR go up, make sure to hit the like button. Like I said, you don't have to smash it; just press it gently. Appreciate everyone who has hit the like button so far. We're up to 9, almost up to 10. Let's get that up to 10. How about? And in the meantime, oh no, hold on, I'll be right back. Actually, I think I have to go here. It should be a brand new battery. Oh, did we get up to 10? Okay, let's hope that stays. I sure hope so. Thanks everyone who's hit the like button, got us up to 10. I appreciate it. I take your word. Mine still shows 9, so I'm going to take your word for it. I appreciate everyone being here. Hopefully that sticks around. Okay, so now I don't 100% know this for sure, but looks like Smilecoin might be gone. The website is gone. Very, very little activity on Twitter. Coin is going into the floor, so we should website shut down. Did I mention that? And apparently the business listing is showing it as closed. So let's take a look because this makes me a little nervous when I see this. Uh-oh. Okay, hold on. I gotta get a battery. It's coming. I'm coming back. Don't worry. Don't go away. Stay tuned. There we go. Okay. I learned that you can, so this doesn't officially have, my camera doesn't officially have a power adapter, but it has like an unofficial one where you kind of like has a little thing where the battery goes in. So we'll do that next time. Okay, now that we've got that taken care of, so this comes from Awk.coop. He says, congrats on Smilecoin for rugging and running with almost $500,000 in Algorand Foundation funds, which is from the list that we just showed. The team led by Nick, Smilecoin CEO, doesn't even have the decency to make an announcement before running away like a collard. Best of luck in your next half-butt project, sir. Just keeping it PG for the SUI, I remember them shilling us in the old algo discords. Don't know why they're still around. They were up until recently. I just checked their website and the domain longer exists. I also checked their business address in California and it says it's closed. 500K with this, we make a Fortnite in Algorand. That'd be kind of cool. Actually, isn't Gunny like, is that the game? That game actually looked like it's going to be pretty cool. So it doesn't look like they respond to, I don't see anything that they responded to this. And if you look at Smilecoin, what they were trying to do, they were trying to basically have a plug and play and earn setup with that would basically be 10 lines of code. So you could very easily turn your game into a play to earn game. And I remember hearing about this. I remember this was one of those big, yeah, you see Yieldly actually comes up. This was one of the big coins that was on Yieldly. I keep forgetting to look here. Just making sure the video's still on. Last thing from them was on February 17th, where they said, "Hey, Smilers, happy Friday. Here's a brief update from Smile headquarters. And we have finished our proposal for the Algorand Foundation for the Grin Data X Algorand Gaming Ecosystem Partnership. We had a couple of conversations this week with the head of gaming in Algorand. I think that's PG, they no longer have a head of gaming, unfortunately. And we participated in the Algorand Gaming All Hands meeting on Wednesday." Actually, that's really, that reminds me of something else. Like, it's weird that they don't have their own head of gaming when gaming seems to be one of the biggest drivers of transactions on Algorand, as we've seen from when we look at the chain trail data. Yeah, as you can see, that was the latest, and they did a little spaces, nothing. And before that, actually, they didn't have something till October. So fair enough, they are actually infrequent tweeters. And I don't see a Discord link. I know there is one somewhere. And if we go to the website, let's just see we got a DNS error. So that's not good. I didn't have time to verify the business address, but usually a dead Twitter plus a dead website, not a great sign. And I should probably show you the Smilecoin too on Vestige, but usually once the website's gone, like if you have a project, by the way, and something happens with your website, you make sure people know that you haven't actually gone, because the first thing people are going to think is rug pull. Oops, not that one. That one. Yeah, here's where Smilecoin is at. And actually, they really sunk back in July. They just went, and that might be, it actually went up a little bit just recently. But yeah, I wouldn't, not something I'd put any money to. Well, I don't really trust ASAs anyway, so they scare me a little bit. I'm very, very careful what ASAs I'll use for anything. But Smilecoin just never, something about it just didn't seem right. So I never did anything with Smilecoin. I don't think I did. If I did, it was very briefly a long time ago. It would have been on Yieldly way back in the day. So, that's too bad. I think they just quit, and you should probably put some kind of announcement. That's usually a good practice. And, if your website's going to be down, you haven't used Twitter in a while, and people are starting to say, "Hey, what happened to you?" You might want to respond to that. If it's not true, if they have not rugged, you probably want to put something out there. Just a thought. All right, guys, thanks for tuning in. We got a couple more things to go. Before we do that, we are up to 10. What if we got up to 15? Wouldn't that be cool? Could we get up to 15 likes? I think that'd be really awesome. Let's see what we can do. And if you haven't subscribed to my Substack, it is FrugalBC.substack.com. And you can get all this news in a newsletter form, and you get it to your inbox before the Monday live stream. By the way, Pat, you had asked about when our live stream, it's always 6:30 Central Standard Time on Monday. So Monday, 6:30 Central Standard Time. That's when we do it now. But if you sign up there, FrugalBC.substack.com, link down below, and if you can get that for free in your inbox. Also, plenty of deals down below for different things in crypto. Everything that is down there, I personally endorse. It's stuff that I use. I don't put it in there if I don't use it. And I took Lofty out because I'm not happy with them right now. So it's for real, man. Okay, this is a short but fun little thing here that you can actually earn money now on Fractal Monsters. Now, before, Fractal Monsters had a way where if you fought in some of the battles in the player versus player, which is actually player versus computer right now, I think. I'm pretty sure they were still a computer. If not, I was really good, way better than I should be, and I don't think that was the case. You could earn PEPE, and now you can actually watch ads on the mobile version of Fractal Monsters, and you can earn that way, which is pretty cool. Just by watching ads, you can earn a little PEPE. A great way for them to make a little extra money, as well as you can earn a little bit on the side as well. So great news from the Fractal Monster team. You know, I've had my reservations about play to earn games, but actually Fractal Monsters have done pretty well for themselves, I have to say. They've kind of done what they said they're going to do, and I always appreciate that. And because it's all in Algorand, you can do it fast and efficiently and not lose your money, not lose all your money on gas fees, which is always appreciated. What if they talk a little bit about that? Let me see. I didn't include a... Come on, computer. I think they had a post on that. Let's see. That's the post with their packs. Crates. Oh yeah, so here, Fractal Monsters is now generating revenue from in-app mobile ads. So they're making money on ads that appear in the app, but you can do that as well. If you watch ads, you can earn FRAC, which is like their in-game currency, as well as PEPE. You know, we love some PEPE. And then if you have a monster NFT holders can additionally disable automated ads. This is just another step towards creating new revenue streams outside of traditional NFT sales. And you can see there in the video below, you just watch an ad, and then you can earn a little bit of something. Now, other apps, they're gonna run ads too, but they're not gonna let you get anything from it. So I think that's pretty neat. Maybe we'll see more stuff like that. Actually, what did people say? I actually tried it out today. It worked pretty well. Simon says every little bit counts. GJ. I would, however, suggest double checking the ads policy if you want to stay on the safe side of things. Keep building. Let's see, Oh, Simon's one of the co-founders of Cosmic Champs. Okay. Which, by the way, I've been waiting for Cosmic Champs to come to iOS forever. I hear there's a way to do it. You have to have some special thing, some app or something. Someone commented about it a while ago, and I don't know how to do it because I had one of the first Cosmic Champs NFTs, and I borrowed to do the play test. I borrowed an Android phone to play, and then but I didn't want to keep using that phone, so I'm just waiting for the iOS version. But I've heard there's a way to do it, so maybe I'll look into it at some point. Okay, what else do we got? One more. So this is actually I wasn't expecting this. But PayPal, apparently, you know the app we're talking about, PayPal just announced that it is starting its own stablecoin. And while it would have been very smart to use HBAR or Algorand or Near for it, they use Paxos. Okay, sure, fine. I have very mixed feelings about this because I don't like how PayPal basically robs people of their money because they don't agree with them politically. I don't think that's right. I don't care what your politics are, whether it's extreme left or extreme right or everything in between. That shouldn't have anything to do with your money, in my opinion. But anyway, they did introduce their own stablecoin. So let's take a look at this news item. This just came through today. I had to add it to the newsletter after the fact. So if you got the newsletter, it wasn't in your newsletter because it's brand new. Somehow I had this up twice. I don't know how that happened. Oops. PayPal to issue dollar-pegged crypto stablecoin based on Ethereum. Yeah, based on Ethereum and Paxos through the Paxos network. A token will be available first on PayPal, then on Venmo, and can be exchanged for US dollars at any time. Also, that video thing is annoying. So PayPal, it's going to be PYUSD. There's not even there's nothing, there's no fun way to say that. So you just have to go PYUSD. You're just going to say PayPal dollar, probably. That's probably what I would call it. And they just announced this today, brand new, breaking news. Ethereum-based token. Also, why Ethereum? God, you guys are going to kill yourselves in gas fees. Why would you do Ethereum? Anyway, Ethereum-based token will soon be available to PayPal users in the US. This is the first time a major financial company is issuing its own stablecoin. Yeah, that's totally true. Users can transfer PYUSD between PayPal and supported external digital wallets. Use the tokens to pay for goods and services to convert any of PayPal's supported cryptocurrencies to and from PYUSD. PayPal said the stablecoin would be available to an already large and growing community of external developers, wallets, and Web3 applications, and can be easily adopted by crypto exchanges. So I see some like good and bad through this. We'll go through this a little more, but I want to talk about like the good parts and the bad parts. PYUSD will be issued by New York-based crypto financial services firm Paxos Trust and will be fully backed by the US dollar deposits, short-term treasuries, and similar cash equivalents. It is redeemable for dollars and can also be exchanged for other cryptocurrencies available on PayPal's network, such as Bitcoin, Bitcoin Cash, Ether, and Litecoin. PayPal paused work on its stablecoin project in February amid regulatory scrutiny, according to Bloomberg's. And so the PayPal CEO Dan Schulman said in a statement that the shift toward digital currencies requires a stable instrument that is both digitally native and easily connected to fiat currency like the US dollar. Okay, so this is a key point, okay? So I really have my concern about any major actor that gets into this industry, but I think that might be part of a missing link with crypto. I think you need something that kind of bridges that gap between fiat and crypto. And so this might be in some ways a good thing. Like I said, I am very distrustful of PayPal because, like I said, I just don't think you should mess with somebody's money just because you disagree with them politically. And like I said, I don't care what it is. I don't care if it's extreme left or extreme right or whatever. You know, if it's someone that's like actively engaging in criminal activity, okay, well that's different. But to actually just take away someone's money because you don't agree with them politically, that's money that they earn. That's not your money. That's literally theft. Okay, so I have major problems with that, and I don't have a problem saying that. But I think this is good news for crypto in general, just because it's good to see companies realizing that crypto is kind of here to stay, and we need to find a way to bridge our services to crypto. So having a stable coin that's backed by US dollar that can go back and forth between crypto, I think that's probably a good thing. We'll see. You know, we'll definitely see. I'm sure there's other things that I haven't thought of that other people haven't thought of yet that will come out. But Pat says F PayPal, and I generally kind of agree. I use it to an extent that I need to, but it's good for getting payments from people. Venmo or PayPal is usually a good way to get, especially for photography jobs. When I do those, most people just send me PayPal. So, and actually getting Venmo, one of my sponsors for my newsletter, that's not the one that I've been advertising, FrugalBC.substack.com, but my other one, that's a local newsletter. I have a sponsor, and they just Venmo me every month. So, okay. But that's that one. That's PayPal. I think it's, like I said, I think it's interesting, but also has some concerns with it. And I think that is all the news I got. If you got any last questions, guys, feel free to leave me some comments about that. Answer any questions. I'll be here another few minutes. Otherwise, we got week 20. We just posted week 20 of our Algorand DeFi experiment, which now includes HBAR as well. So you can see that, as well as our 8, which is actually now 9 coins for the bull market, added XRP. You can see all about that in our latest video that's on the channel. I'm trying to think what else. We had some interesting guests today. Good to have those people on. Looks like we had the guy from Fractal Monsters, and we had Flemish Giants on, so good to see that. Thanks everyone, Pat too, of course. Thanks everyone for joining today, and like button. Feel free to do so again. I say that a lot, just because it gets when you say it, people do it. It is what it is. And if you haven't subscribed already, feel free to subscribe. Otherwise, thanks everyone who subscribed so far. Like I said, we're really on our way to 3,000, and then from there we're going to get to 5,000. Then we're going to get to 10,000, and we're going to bring Algorand and all these other coins with us. So, all right, hey Fractus, I appreciate that, man. I appreciate it. You have a good one too. All right, guys, thanks so much for watching. Like I said, plenty of stuff in the description below. Pat, I appreciate you, man. I appreciate you. Thanks so much. It says great session. I really appreciate that. Yeah, leave a what was I gonna say? Okay, yeah, plenty of things down below, things to do, lots of stuff. My personal recommendations, like Wealthfront, like Coinbase, and some other stuff on there. So, all right, guys, you take care, and we will see you